you the op and your bros hating. All of them fake, I see both faces. Scared of the whip, it's a ghost racing. I knock them down to their cold cases. Marathon run, I'ma slow pace it. They did not want me to go places. Foil plans like the gold place. And if we pulling up with the whole squad, are you ready to told y'all that you better be running? I'm in my go yard. When I walk in, I know y'all telling me nothing. I'm the man. Suck if y'all in denial. I get the chip on them and I bust out the south side. Is that big of the guy? Boy, yo, stop it, quiet. If it's new, I done got it. See my jewels, shining, shining. White diamonds, Miley Cyrus. Private jet, private pilot. Look at me, stylish, stylish. Masterpiece, body, young. Hey, I don't know no better. I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy, I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming, I can barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy, I'm here to stay. Stop calling me little bro, I got mileage on me. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on it. More action and no talk, I went quiet on it. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on it. Hey, couple of bands up in my pocket. I don't want pause to get wild nonsense. We got momentum, don't try to stop it. Diamonds are clearer than my conscience. I don't let bygones be bygones. That's when I'm honest. Penthouse building, reach heaven's heights. Now that's what you call a God complex. Remember the days I was down low when it was out cold, but I went out and got it. Look at my milestones, man, it feel like the Dow Jones when you look at my pocket. Look at the flex, whipping the Teslas. I'm a mess, but it's not a finesse. Boy, yo, stop it, quiet. If it's new, I done got it. See my jewels, shining, shining. White diamonds, Miley Cyrus. Private jet, private pilot. Look at me, stylish, stylish. Masterpiece, body, young. Hey, I don't know no better. I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy, I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming, I can barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy, I'm here to stay. Stop calling me little bro, I got mileage on me. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on it. More action and no talk, I went quiet on it. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on it. I don't know no better, I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy, I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming, I can barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy, I'm here to stay. Stop calling me little bro, I got mileage on me. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on it. More action and no talk, I went quiet on it.
On a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Houston Texans.
Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. Taken about 7 yards deep. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Jared Wilson. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. So not quite a first and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Jags have taken the early lead. Josh Lambo now for the point after. And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars.
Makes the score Jaguars 7, Texans nothing. Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound from here?
Yeah, a little bit of humor. Got to laugh that one off and not the ha-ha. That was very funny, but kind of like, can you believe that just happened? Let's go out and play now. Let's just start over.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 24-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Lindsey on the toss left, and he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. He went backwards 7 yards, setting up a tough 3rd down.
A 7-yard loss brings up 3rd down.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Lindsey. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 36. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10.
At their own 40-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. DJ Chark, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. He's able to knock that one away.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out, and giving the ball back to their offense.
He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And that will hit and continue on out of bounds.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. Third and long. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And oh, he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And he brings this one back. A fumble return for a Jacksonville score. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
Jaguars 14. Texans nothing. Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Taken about 7 yards deep, and he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they've got to be still reeling from the events of a moment ago. What a turn on that last play.
You're knocking on the door. You're about to take it in. You think you're going to get some points on the board. Instead, you cough it up and watch them take it the rest of the way to the opposite end zone. That's a 2-score swing that you just gave up.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Josh Allen in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Brings up 4th down.
The Texans send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Take it at the 37. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. And they'll try to run the option here. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted.
Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr.
And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting. Negative.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off, and he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
That one 28 yards on the ground. The safeties were well back there, and he had a lot of room. Were they in the cover, too?
Yeah, they were, and the safeties were back. You know, usually they're 12 to 15 yards off the line of scrimmage, somewhere around the hash mark for each of them. But what also happens if the linebackers dive into the line, if you block them initially, that blocker can come off of them and get up to the safeties on the 2nd level, and now you've got a big place to run the football.
To throw now on 1st down. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. DJ Chark, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're supposed to do with good field position. You make the other side pay when you don't have far to go for the score.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that makes the score 21-0.
Nothing. Josh Lambeau to kick off for Jacksonville.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
Taken in the end zone.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, 1st down. Looking to throw. Rolling to his right. And he's got a man here. Complete. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Second and inches at the Jaguars' 39-yard line.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to third and inches. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. No gain at all on the play there, and that'll bring up fourth down.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Make these babies crawl all the way back.
Back to throw again. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11. They'll look to throw again. Flush to his right. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays, but the spotlight is magnified on your quarterback. And when he stands up to the pressure and comes back and throws a touchdown pass after throwing some picks earlier, they feel great about that guy.
And likewise for him personally, as a rookie quarterback, has to give him more confidence. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And this will be a touchback. No return from Isabella.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. And he fires one that's intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands, and off he goes onto the races and into the end zone.
It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now.
The score, Jaguars 21. Texans 14. Kaimi Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they gave up the pick 6. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go around?
you should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
Third down.
Completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion. On 1st down, Robinson. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 40. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Jaguar first down.
Back to throw now on 1st down. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
Gain of
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
2nd and 5. And he's got his man on the out route. And the Jaguars are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Now the return. Here comes Randall Cobb. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to pull them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
26 Mike, 26 Mike. Who that?
They'll drop to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 48-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in the second half. Taken in the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
At the 19-yard line.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. They're looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a 1st down.
1st down.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Off the option, he'll try and run with it. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down.
And it's third down.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. Here's Logan Cook now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. Here's King. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Texans will take over with a first and 10.
17-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points, but the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Second and 15. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. On first down, it's Gurley. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description, because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
26 Mike. Oh, you got deep?
They'll set up to throw. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
They go back to the ground now with Lindsey. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They'll go again with Lindsey. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
First down. First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off off at the 22, the 30, past the 20, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And this carries into the end zone, and no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
On play action, they'll throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Sheldon Richardson able to take him down. It's a loss of 3.
Brought down back at the 27.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And my goodness, another interception. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And you have to wonder, Charles, in a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
2nd and 2.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. A lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
On the stop.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 5 at the 12-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Lambo to add on the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Let me breathe for a minute, man. Let me breathe. Let me breathe. What we got? 26, Mike. 26, Mike.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Touchdown, Houston. Cortland Sutton, his first touchdown on the year. And the Texans get a bit closer.
Partner, one of the Cardinal rules.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. Trying to lob it in there, but it's incomplete.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead, and there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
It's so risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Oh, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Now he's going to throw deep. He's got it at the 15. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A big pickup of 38. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This is caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans cut into that lead.
Well, if you've got him in your fantasy league, you like his production, his second touchdown of the game. But right now, his team is trailing. Fortunately, he's playing pretty well and trying to keep him in it.
Yeah, they might need a little more from him here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they continue to call his...
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line.
Jaguars 42, Texans 26.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
On the return, the Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
At the 20-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 42-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Players on the tackle.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
The Jaguars on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Now they try the right side here. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Texans scoop it.
I knew that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They trail by 2 scores in the 4th, and their defense did its job getting the fumble recovery. Time to see what this offense has. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Josh Allen, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Sidney Jones. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 44-yard line.
To think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. They'll run it now with Robinson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And able to find Dorsett. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused.
Must have.
It had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 41-yard line.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They feel